Hello and welcome to episode 17 of the Allotment Diaries. As always, if you are old here, new here, welcome. Thank you for joining me for this week's episode. So the weather has been absolutely beautiful here in Wales. It's been sunny, warm, clear blue skies. It's been absolutely gorgeous. It's typical. I come up to the plot today and it's slightly overcast, but it's warm and there's a nice breeze and it's dry, so you know that'll be fine. This weekend I have quite a lot to do up here. I'm going to jump straight into things because I've kind of given myself a lot more to do than I wanted, but it's all good. So if you watched the last vlog, I said that I would be taking delivery of my lobelia, and I've also had delivery of my wildflowers for the wildflower patch, which I'll talk about the change in that in a minute. But I also had a delivery of the wild pansies as well. So this weekend I will be weeding the wildflower patch at the top. I'll do a run through of the wildflowers and the wild pansies that I got from the Wildflower nursery, who are based in Pembrokeshire. So I'll do a kind of little unboxing of those, and I'll be clearing out under the apple tree, or at least starting to, depending on how hot it gets and whether or not I pass out in the process. And I'll be showing you where I'll be putting the wild pansies. So I'll also be tidying up the tulips, and we will be planting out some, I was going to say courgettes. They're not courgettes, they're cabbages. I'm getting my C's mixed up today. Yeah, we've got Mr. Mindful Grower's dad has very graciously grown on some cabbages for us, because we just don't have the space at the moment in the shed to, you know, have stuff growing in it and, you know, be able to pot on and things like that. So he's very kindly done the job for us for this first time. So we're going to be planting out 24 of them. So we have quite a few to put out, but I'm excited to get them in the ground because things are really starting to come along now, and you know, everything's burst into life and things are growing, so it's really starting to look like a good allotment plot. So without further ado, let me show you what flowers I've got. If you can hear footsteps on the shed roof, there's two wood pigeons having a bit of a dance, so I apologise for that. So I'm going to open up the first box of flowers that I got from the Wildflower nursery. There's a lady called Lindsay who runs this company in Pembrokeshire. She sent this lovely catalogue as well, and it details all of the flowers that she grows, and it gives you advice on how to plant all your wildflowers. She sells collections for like full sun, semi-shade, shade, and then she has different soil type collections, and she also has collections that attract various different wildlife. So it's a really comprehensive little booklet, and then it kind of gives you an A to Z almost of different wildflowers, when they flower, habitat, height, all that kind of stuff. So this has been really useful to read through, you know, to get an idea of what I'm going to be growing. So yeah, I will read through that later on. So this box here is the wild pansy. Now I did order these, I think it was April time, the end of April, and I was only just going to get the wild pansies, but I did an order last week, I think, for the clay soil collection, because the seed balls in the wildflower patch they just haven't germinated at all. There's absolutely nothing going on with them, and I think potentially the fact that the soil is such heavy clay that I just don't think they're going to do anything. I did notice in the herb bed where I've put a couple of the tea mix seed balls that they've started to germinate. So I don't know, you know, it could be, you know, I'm, like I said before, I know they're not going to flower straight away or germinate straight away, but I was kind of expecting to see some sign of life. I mean, it's been well over 6 weeks now, I think, and there's just been no sign of anything. So I think I'm going to chalk that up to experience. So what I've bought, which I'll show you in a minute, is a collection of wildflowers for clay soil, and there's quite a number of different flowers, so I'll go through them in a second. But because I did 2 orders and I've had to pay 2 lots of postage and package, she sent me some extra cowslip for the wildflower patch, which was really, really kind of her. So in this box, which I've butchered the bag, is some of the cowslip, so I will pop that there for now. And then in here, I did actually open this box. It came yesterday. I did open the box and open the bags a little bit just to let the plants kind of settle after their journey and have a little bit of sunlight and air, just to kind of, you know, let them calm down after their journey from West Wales. So in here I have, if I open this properly, we have the wild pansies. So let's open this like that. I will actually be reusing these plastic trays as well, because we don't have any for, you know, seedlings or anything like that. These will be ideal for stuff that we've got coming up in the not too distant future, so we can use these for starting things off. So reusing and recycling. So these are the wild pansy plug plants. I've got 10 of them. So as I said before, I'll be putting these underneath the apple tree, and I believe, if I refer to this booklet, because I'm not 100% au fait with things, yeah, so these are great for hopefully you can see that okay, early nectar source, which attracts butterflies, bees and other pollinating insects. So it'll flower from April to September, so that'll be great for over the summer months and into the start of autumn, and I think they'll look really pretty underneath the apple tree. So yeah, they'll be ideal over there. They've got full sun to semi-shade, and they like any kind of soil. So I'm really excited to get these into the ground. So I will now, if I can find room, I will move these off here and I will show you the clay collection. Oh, there we go. Do excuse me for a second. There we go. Right, pop that over there. So the second box that I ordered, I'll put all the links in the description box if any of you are interested in finding out more about this company, and you know, if you want to buy anything. You know, this isn't a sponsored video or anything like that, so you know, feel free to have a look. So let me open this one. So in here I have, how many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 different plants. I believe that the collections come with plants that are available at the time, so other people's orders could contain different plants. So there are quite a wide variety of plants suitable for each collection, but it depends on kind of the growing season and all that kind of stuff. So in this one I have some red campion, lady's bedstraw, teasel, oxeye daisy, self-heal and devil's bit Scabious. I'm probably completely butchering that, so I apologise. So yeah, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different plants. There's 30 plug plants in total. So let me just open these up. There we go. Knowing me now, I've probably just sliced through a plant. So again, these come in, let me take this out of the box. Ooh. These come in plastic trays as well, which I'll be reusing. Ooh. There we go. Right. I'll also try and reuse this box as well for something. Right, that's over there. Now she's helpfully given me some little lollipop straws with the names of, hopefully you can see that okay there, with the names of each plant, although I haven't opened this fully yet, so I'm not 100% sure, but I don't know which plant is which. So let's see, I just cut that. Oh, oops, oh dear. Yeah, so I don't know which lollipop stick refers to which plant. Might have to do a little bit of Googling and some research into which ones they are so I can put the right labels on. But it's a really nice little touch actually to have recyclable labels, and they look quite pretty. You know, plastic ones can be a little bit ugly, but wooden and chalk or slate are actually quite pretty. So yeah, so these aren't looking too bad. I think they need a little bit of a drink. I'm just trying to work out how I'm going to get them all out. So yeah, I might leave these for a little bit just to kind of settle, but I will have to do some research into which is which. I'll use the book as a first point of reference, but I might have to use Google to kind of, you know, research the rest of them. So yeah, so far these look really good. They, you know, they're packaged really well. I mean, anything that you buy in the post has the potential to kind of come a little bit damaged and battered and bruised. So I'm not going to judge harshly on, you know, appearance and presentation. I want to make sure that, you know, once they start growing, that they do actually, you know, grow fully. So yeah, so that's my little wildflower haul. So what I'll do now is get up onto the wildflower patch and start the weeding. So that was an absolute mammoth excuse me, task to get the wildflowers in, because it's so hot and the soil is just such heavy clay. It was just baked, so I've had to water it and water it and water it to try and get the soil kind of workable. But yeah, so this is the new wildflower patch. I just wasn't seeing any germination with the seed balls at all. I mean, you know, like I said in the last vlog, I wasn't expecting everything to kind of grow overnight. You know, it takes a while, but there's just absolutely nothing at all, because some of the seed balls for the tea mix that I've put in the herb bed have already started to germinate. Now I know they're totally different plants, so you know it's different, but there was just nothing at all. So I don't know if it was the clay soil or something wrong with the batch of seed balls. I don't know. So I've planted everything that I showed you in this bit over here. Now I know I said earlier on that I didn't know what lollipop sticks correlated to what plants, but on the plastic tray they were numbered, and the lollipop sticks were numbered as well, so they corresponded to each plant. So I know which plant I've got now, and I've put the lollipop sticks by each one, so fingers crossed these will work and I'll start to get some wildflowers coming in the next couple of weeks and months. So we've had a bit of a disaster with the cabbages that we put out on Friday. They've been eaten rather a lot, actually. Yeah, so that was a massive fail. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say. I mean, we don't have at the moment any netting to kind of protect the vegetables. I have now ordered some to come hopefully in the middle of next week. I mean, I'm hoping the other cabbages that we've planted aren't going to get nibbled up by then. There were still some that we hadn't planted out which are still in their pots, so I've put those in the shed for now to make sure that they don't get nibbled on. But yeah, this is a A1 rookie error, I think. So these are the other cabbages that we put out. I think this is a variety called Summer. Some of them have started to be nibbled on, but most of them aren't too bad at the moment. But I have a really bad feeling that the next time I come up they'll probably have been decimated. So I'm not really sure what to do, but hey, you know, it's all part of the learning process, isn't it? But it's definitely something we need to get on top of, especially with, you know, spring, summer coming in now, and the butterflies and all other pests will start to kind of come out. It's disappointing because Mr. Mindful Grower's dad kind of started them off from seed and has kind of grown them on for us. And then we put them in the ground and they're kind of eaten within 48 hours of being planted. So sorry about that. I've also potted up my trailing lobelia that I got from Sutton Seeds late last week. I've never used an easy fill hanging basket before. I've read good things about them, so it'll be interesting to see how everything grows in here, but they seem to have settled in rather well. I put some basket and tub feed in there as well, just to kind of retain some moisture for, you know, if I can't get up here for whatever reason, they're not going to sort of dry out and die. So yeah, happy with these. Hopefully in the next couple of weeks and months we'll get a nice big ball of colour on each side of the shed. I'm not going to do it today because it's just way too hot to be doing stuff that requires a lot of effort, and I think this is going to take quite a while to clear. But where I'm going to put the wild pansies, just for reference, is just kind of underneath this bit of the apple tree. We'll be cutting this grass back, and then, if you remember, just behind this bit of grass we've still got soil that needs to be rotivated, but there'll be a little path leading up to this section, and then around here I'll be putting the wild pansies because I think they'll look really nice under the tree, and they'll self-seed as well, which, you know, means more flowers in the long run. So that's the plan for when it's a little bit cooler. I think clearing all of this is going to take ages, and it is far too hot to be doing really bad excuse me, say bad manual labour, hard manual labour, just manual labour in the sun, really. I don't think anyone should be doing it, but yeah, so that's the plan for this little patch under the tree. So I think I'm gonna stop here for now. It's just gone about 11:30 and it's already getting incredibly hot and uncomfortable to work, so I'm gonna down tools for today. It's been so warm, in fact, that I've managed to give the shed about 3 or 4 coats of paint because it's just like drying instantly. So that's helped me. But in terms of doing other stuff, it's just way too hot to be doing anything. So I think I'm going to stop for now, just sit outside for a little bit, enjoy the birds and the sunshine, and just relax and chill out. I hope wherever you are, if you have gloriously sunny weather, that you're enjoying your gardens and allotments and getting on with things, but not too much so you end up passing out in the heat. Apparently, so they say, whoever they are, this fine weather is going to carry on pretty much all of next week, possibly into the bank holiday weekend. So if it is the case, then that's great, but it also means that I have to make sure that things are watered pretty much every day, so you know, things don't end up dying, because the cabbages have already been eaten, so I don't particularly want everything else to just die because they've not been watered. But yeah, we will see. The Great British weather always has a habit of surprising us. Could have snow next week, who knows. So yeah, as always, thank you very much for watching. If you do like these videos, then please do give us a thumbs up and subscribe. It really does mean a lot to both of us. I hope you all enjoy your gardens and allotments. Stay safe, stay hydrated, put your sun cream on, put your sun hats on, and just enjoy this beautiful weather. So until next time, happy gardening!